Hey, this is Carlo at 4GQ TV here at Sunshine City Scare in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I'm here with
Cassandra Cosplays.
And how long have you been cosplaying for?
I've been cosplaying for about 9 years, almost 10 years now. So.
Oh wow! What got you into cosplay?
So I'm a performer. That's my whole career, and I had some performer friends who said, "Hey, why don't you come with us to this convention? We'll help you make a costume, and you'll go be part of our group." We went actually as Powerpuff Girls, and I had no idea what cosplaying was. I had no idea what cons were, and ever since I first went to that first con, I just absolutely fell in love with this big community of people who appreciated different nerd cultures and the arts and all kinds of things. And I've just, ever since, I've been cosplaying.
Do you have any favorite characters to cosplay as?
Favorite characters to cosplay as? Hades is definitely one of my absolute favorites. Beetlejuice is one of my favorites as well, because I specialize in cosplay performance, and those two are my favorite to bring to life. But Vi from Arcane is one of my favorites that I feel the most kind of comfortable in. And Poison Ivy is the one that everyone wants to see, so I wear that one a lot.
Oh, well, yeah, Poison Ivy is a pretty cool character, especially if you have somebody double as Harley. It just goes well.
I think I have maybe 14 to 15 different versions of Ivy, so.
Oh, nice.
She's kind of one of my main cosplays.
And how many conventions do you go to, like, in a year?
A year? That actually, it kind of depends. Cosplay or conventions that I go to personally just for fun, I usually kind of stick to Dragon Con, to KatsuCon, to Holiday Matsuri, just because they do get kind of expensive to go to, but I do guest at a lot of cons. So this year I'm guesting at, I think at this point, 9 different cons around the country and then over in Brazil. So I like being able to travel to be a guest at different cons. That's kind of my favorite because I get to meet so many different people from around the country and around the world. So.
Oh wow, you said Brazil.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this will be my second time guesting in Brazil. Different city, but I absolutely love the cosplay culture over in Brazil. It's really cool. So,
at this point in your career, do you have a lot of conventions reach out to you or promoters reach out to you?
Yes and no. It kind of depends. A lot of times for cosplay, sometimes they'll reach out to me, but I'm just like everybody else. I also apply to be a cosplay guest, so it kind of depends. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no, sometimes they reach out to me and I can't do it, sometimes I can. It's kind of all over the place. But I do work hard, and a lot of cosplayers work really hard to get good rapport with these cons, to show up, have good attitude, be just a good person to be around, not just having the best well-constructed cosplays. And that definitely makes a huge difference for people who are looking into being a guest. It's not just about how good you are or talented you are, it's also about being a good person and getting along with everybody. So a little bit of advice for anyone who wants to be a cosplay guest.
I think that's an important thing about cosplay in general, the cosplay community, is that so far, I don't have any wood to knock on, but every cosplayer I've ever met at any convention has always been super welcoming.
Yeah.
And they're just a fan of whether it's fashion, some type of entertainment, or pop culture.
Yeah, well, the cosplay community, sometimes it can be a place for those who don't really fit in a lot of other places, to find a place where they're welcomed and they're accepted and they're looked forward to being there. It's become a safe place for a lot of us who are on the fringe of society, and also right in the middle of it as well. It's just a place where everyone can come and not feel embarrassed to show what they love and who they love, things like that. You know what I mean? And that's why it's such a welcoming place, because everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people who come to these cons or who find solace in cosplay or nerd culture, they all know what it's like to not be welcomed and accepted. And here it's become a place where you are. And so that's why so many people here are so friendly, because we know what it's like to not be treated like that. And we never want to be that kind of person.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing I want to say is, for anybody that likes your cosplay, any fans of your cosplay, sometimes if you guys reach out to different conventions and let them know, you know, about a cosplayer, sometimes the conventions may reach out. So it's one way that you can kind of give back to the fandom and celebrate cosplay in general.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot personally for cosplayers. When I see them, I'm like, hey, check out this cosplayer. They're so cool. You gotta.
We appreciate that so much, because it does make a difference if you want to see a cosplayer at a con, instead of telling that just that cosplayer. I mean, we love to hear it, but also telling the con that you want to see them. It greatens their chance of being invited to the con, even if the con doesn't reach out to them. If they apply and they see the name, they go, oh wait, I've had a bunch of people ask to see that guest there. Okay, it would probably be beneficial to have them be there since people want to see them there. And so you may not think it makes a difference, but it makes such a big difference. So if you want to see a certain cosplayer at a con near you, write to the con, let them know that you want to see them there. I promise, we appreciate it.
What has been, would you say, a difficult cosplay that you've created? Any challenges? Sounds like many.
The most difficult cosplay? I would say it was probably my Arcanine. So I did a Gajinka or human version of the Pokemon Arcanine, and it's because it's made entirely out of fur material. So it's more of like a barbarian look with a headpiece. My face is showing, you can see my skin, but I've never worked with just fur before, and it is incredibly hard medium to work with, and I was learning while I was doing it, and I'm super proud of how it turned out, but I don't know if I'm going to work with that much fur ever again because it was a lot, but it turned out really cool, and I was really proud of it, and now I can also educate people on how to work with fur now that I suffered through it. So.
And first of all, I want to thank you for doing this interview with me.
Yeah.
Your cosplay is really cool. It's on point.
Thank you.
And I mean, it's a great Beetlejuice character from head to toe. You got those nice boots, the striped clothes. You got the perfect hair. You got, I don't know, is that like moss on the face?
Yeah,
is that
so
what
this
it's called?
is actual moss.
Oh,
that
wow.
I have. It's under my hairline everywhere. So I created this makeup look maybe 5-6 years ago. And it's been one of my favorites to do ever since. So, because Beetlejuice has always been my favorite. So I said, well, why can't I be Beetlejuice? And so I did. That's what's great about cosplay. I go, I want to be them. And you just become them.
It looks really good.
Thanks.
Where can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Cassandra Cosplays. Those are the ones I use the most. So yeah, hit me up. Be my friend. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, time, and enjoy the rest of your convention.
Thank you.